Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a little Ulta haul with you. Ulta has had so many different events lately, tons of deals, and they're running yet another one. I want to say thank you to Ulta for sponsoring this video. I'm super excited to be working with them. And right now we're in the midst of the Ulta Fall Haul event. So this is where you can get up to 30% off your favorite brands in beauty, makeup, skincare, hair care, fragrance, you name it. And this event runs from September 20th through October 4th. So I did grab some products to take advantage of these deals, and then I did grab some other products that I really wanted to try. So of course I will link everything that I share today down below in my description box. Everything that I do share can be found at Ulta, but if you're excited about this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. And let's go ahead and get into what I picked up from Ulta. Let's start off with this fragrance set that I saw and immediately wanted to grab. So this is from Le Monde Gourmand, a super popular brand that does really nice gourmand scents and also has a really good price point. And this is part of the fall haul for Ulta. So this whole brand is 25% off. So instead of going for a full bottle, I really wanted to get this to try 3 different scents. So we have Lait de Coco, Chai Spice, and Cream Vanille, which all sounded like something I would love. I am a huge gourmand lover. I also love that this is in a sprayer. I really don't like roller balls. I don't use them as much. So this is really nice that you actually get a decent amount to really test this out, and it has a nice sprayer. So we have Cream Vanille with notes of creamy apricot, jasmine petals, brown sugar, and amber. I do really like this. There's something different about it. I think that brown sugar does really work with that creamy apricot. It doesn't smell like the typical vanilla that I feel like we're seeing copy and paste all over. It has a really nice, like creamy, almost fresh vibe with that sugar. So I really, really like this one. And then we also have Chai Spice. Now this has notes of violet fig, muguet musk, and blonde wood. This is a little bit different. I would have been scared off by this, but I don't think that it's overly spicy. I do find this to be very woody and musky with a little sprinkle of spice, but it's nothing like any of the really spicy scents that you're thinking of. I find that this still keeps that gourmand DNA. And again, that's something that I personally love. And then the last one is really popular. I feel like I've tried this or smelled it before, but this is Lait de Coco. And this has notes of bergamot, vanilla, praline, and creamy coconut. This is definitely the lightest of the 3. It's very coconut heavy, and I would say in that like really sweet way, not like a beachy coconut, but more like if you actually were using coconut on a cake. So I think it's really, really gourmand in that sense. I think my favorite is probably Cream Vanille, and then also Lait de Coco. Again, it's not the standard coconut, and I do quite like the Chai Spice too. So I think this is such a good set. The price is incredible, plus they have 25% off right now. And while we're on the topic of just yummy smelling goodness, I did pick up this Tree Hut Cinnamon Dolce Sugar Scrub. So I love the Tree Hut scrubs. They are so affordable. Right now they are 20% off. The whole brand is for the fall haul. So I wanted to grab this to try it. This is definitely a seasonal scent. It's not something that I would use during the summertime. Oh my goodness. This smells like a coffee shop. It's not overly cinnamon, which again, I like. I'm more of a gourmand person, but I just saw the Dolce and I was like, I think I need this. It is really, really yummy. I would say it's not overly cinnamon though. So if you like really intense cinnamon, this is not it. This is definitely like super, super sweet baked goods at your favorite coffee shop. I'm actually so much more obsessed with this than I thought I was going to be. I didn't know because of the cinnamon, but I wanted to try something for this season. I didn't want to be lathering up with my Tropical Paradise scrubs when we're in fall and winter. So this is a 10 out of 10. I really, really am impressed with this. Switching gears to talk about makeup for a minute, I did buy 4 items from NYX. Now they are doing BOGO, so buy one, get one free, and I had to take advantage of that for a couple restocks, but then I also saw some new launches that really had me intrigued. So the restocks are the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I love this. It comes in a bunch of different shades. I just got the black. This is my go-to liner because I like that it has a brush tip. I find that it's very, very pigmented. I don't feel like it dries out. I don't have skipping, and I have a lot of control. Plus it is waterproof. It does not budge. It just wears all day. So this is my favorite liquid liner. I have it in every color that they have, but the black is my most used. So I want to get a backup, and then also the NYX Face Glue Setting Spray. I've talked about this a few times on my channel. I love this. I've gone through, I want to say 2 of these so far. This is so nice for kind of making your makeup last without giving you a matte or a dewy finish. I find that it just leaves your makeup where it is. So it's good because my skin is leaning a little bit more dry as I get older, and I don't want something that's going to like suck all the moisture out of my face, but I do want that longevity, and I find that this is really, really nice. It doesn't have fragrance in it. You can see on the bottom, there's almost like this powdery texture, so you really want to shake this up, but I think that kind of is the way the formula works. They call it the face glue because it really glues your makeup on, but I don't find it to be sticky or gummy or anything like that. So I was really, really impressed with this. Again, I have a few bottles kind of scattered around my home, and I've gone through a couple, so I wanted to get a backup. And while I was browsing the news section, I saw these palettes from NYX, and I had to grab these. Now these are a collaboration with Bridgerton. I know a lot of people love that show. I never watched it. I don't know if it's my vibe, but I do know that I love the blush formula from NYX. So let's start off with the Lady in Silver. The packaging is really, really cute. And in here you get 2 different blushes. I love their blush formula, the butter blushes. So you have these really pretty rosy colors. These are so stunning on the skin. If you haven't tried the Buttermelt blushes, they're really, really soft, very pigmented, and they do have some that are matte, some that have some sort of like a satin shimmer. So they look scary when you swatch them, but on the cheeks, they just look so beautiful. They are one of those that you don't really need a highlighter with, and because they have so much pigment, a little bit just gives you that like really beautiful, youthful look. So I love, love, love this formula. So this is the deeper of the 2. I think there was also another one that I didn't get because it was too deep for my skin tone, but I also did pick up the lighter version, which is Wallflower, and this one has kind of this really light, almost leaning like it could be a topper. It's like a baby pink, and then this really pretty glowy orange. So this would be better if you have like a fair light skin tone, or if you want to use these for like blush toppers if you have a deeper complexion. I thought this was so adorable. Even if you're not into Bridgerton and you just love their blush formula, I really thought that these were such a good just like holiday launch that's fun, different, and I thought that they had some good color selections. So definitely recommend these, especially if you've been wanting to try their blushes, but you wanted to get like a 2-in-1 palette. I did also pick up a couple restocks from Bubble. I love this brand. Everything I've tried from them has been just incredible for my skin. And it just so happens that the 2 products that I've been raving about were 25% off. So I had to grab these. These are both incredible. So I have the Cosmic Silk Hydrating Toner. Love this toner. It is so nice and milky, no scent. It lays beautifully under makeup. If you need hydration, I am telling you, this is incredible. I love this so much. I can wear this before my makeup when my skin's feeling a little bit more dry, or I can wear it before bed. It truly is such a milky, like thick toner, but it just absorbs into the skin beautifully and just gives you such a nice hydration. It's very soothing. It doesn't irritate. I cannot rave about this enough. I am surprised that they are having this on sale because it is So good. And then another favorite of mine is the Bubble Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturizer. This is very thick. It doesn't have a scent again, and it really kind of coats the skin. I find that this is great if you want to put a bunch of like actives and toners underneath and then put this on top, because it has this almost like barrier, kind of blurring, smoothing factor to it. So I absolutely love this. This is something that I would use before bed, and then I do tend to use this kind of like morning and night, but both of these are so good. I want to try more from Bubble just because I feel like the price point is great, no fragrance, and their products are just really working for my skin. A newer brand to Ulta is Made by Mitchell, and I feel like now that they are available at Ulta, a lot more people will be trying the brand. I personally have tried Made by Mitchell, and I do have some favorites, but I hadn't tried the Curve Case, which are the blush and contour palettes. So I got the light colorway. They did have quite a few, and you get a really nice mixture of cooler and then warmer colors. I thought this would suit my skin tone the best. Now these are really thin in texture, and they are kind of on the medium spectrum of pigment. I think that's good for like makeup artists or even beginners, because you don't have to worry about them being too pigmented to where you can't really play around with them, blend them into the skin. So I think the pigmentation is nice, and they have so many different fun shades. That's what really drew me in. I think there's a lighter palette than this. It almost has like these gray tones. So really fun and interesting colors, like unique colors that you can't get anywhere else. And I think that is something that is common when you see products or brands that are from the UK. They just have more like poppy, bright, fun colors. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I definitely have. So I think it's really cool that this is available at Ulta now. And I want to play around with more Made by Mitchell products. I'm kind of curious to see which products end up available at Ulta, because I have tried, again, a handful of them, but he releases a lot. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot more in the near future. I have a couple lip products that I could not resist. So let's start off with the fun one. I'm so happy I bought this. This is the Fenty Beauty Holiday Gloss Bomb Sticks, and this is in How Many Carats. I think this is so gorgeous, you guys. It's really, really glittery and kind of glossy, but it has those like diamond shimmers in there, so it's not frosty. And I feel like we see that a lot with like holiday launches and lips. A lot of the times they kind of take on that like metallic frosty look. This is not that. This is like pure, just glittery shine. I'm just gonna apply so you can see. And you can like really build this up, or you can keep it more subtle like this, but it just has this really beautiful shimmer. It is so stunning. When you rub your lips together, you can feel like a tiny, tiny bit of those little glitter particles if you really try. But because this is like a really glossy, emollient, hydrating formula, I find that you don't really feel them. You really feel the balm unless you like really try and rub your lips together. This also smells divine. It's so yummy. I don't even know, like a fruit or something. So I thought this was really, really pretty, perfect for the holidays when you just want to have some sparkle, but you didn't want like metallic or an actual frosty lip. And then I saw this and I needed this color. So I already love this formula, but this is the MAC Lip Glass Air. This is their newer gloss if you don't like sticky. And I do like sticky, but I love this formula. So I had to get the shade Behaved. I thought this was such a gorgeous kind of peachy nude shade. These have a kind of sheer pigment, but I do find that you can see them on the lips. They have like just enough to give you that like milky look, which I am a huge fan of. And I do love the pink shade. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say like Snobbish, but this is more of like the nude kind of peachy tone that would work with every nude lip. So I knew that I wanted to pick this up. I'm a huge fan of these, and they have a really nice array of shades, and these smell really good, kind of like the typical, I don't know, that vanilla nostalgic MAC scent. If you know, you know. This next product, I picked up a lighter shade after trying this and trying new makeup and falling in love with it. So this is the RMS Revitalize Hydra Concealer. I really, really love this formula. They originally did send me in PR. I want to say it was 12, shade 12. So I picked up the shade 4. I needed something lighter that I could wear when I didn't have self-tan on and just give me a little bit more brightness. This is a really, really nice formula because it's very smoothing, it's very lightweight, quite hydrating. I would say that this has a medium coverage. So if you do have like darkness, you probably do want to kind of color correct before, but it's more of like an everyday concealer. I like that it's not sticky. It doesn't have any illumination in it. So there's no like glitter or anything like that, but it does just really hydrate the under eye and look quite natural. I do also really like the brush. I didn't think I would because I do prefer a doe foot, but it really is nice for like targeted concealing. So this shade may be a little bit light for me when I do have a self-tan on, but again, the other shade that I have works better for that. And if I want a little bit of brightness, I can just pop a little bit of this on. So I've really been enjoying this, so much so that I wanted to get a lighter shade so that I could use it pretty much anytime I want to. And to finish off this haul, I did repurchase a body mist that I absolutely love. I initially got the small size and used it up. So I went back for the larger Sniff body mist, and this is an extra whip. This is so delicious. This has icing sugar, whipped cream, vanilla, milky sandalwood, fluffy musk. It is so yummy. It's kind of like the Fleur heavy cream, but better. It just has this really delicious like richness to it. I don't know if it's like the sandalwood or what, but it just is a little bit more elevated. It's stronger. I find that this really does linger. If I spray this on my body, but then also on my clothes, I can smell this at the end of the day. It is so yummy. It's like a perfect mixing sort of body mist because it has that like woody, but really, really sweet coziness to it. It goes perfectly with any sort of like vanilla or fall fragrance that might have a little bit of smokiness or spice if you want to make it sweeter. So I went back for the big size, and again, I love Sniff overall. It's one of my favorite fragrance brands, and I had to go back and restock because I was missing it. I literally use this pretty much every day. I just spritz it on because it's like a safe scent. It's the scent that I know is gonna last. I know it's gonna smell really nice and warm and cozy. It's not gonna give me a headache, and I've just been using it and using it and using it. So I had to go back and restock. I highly recommend that one. All right, guys, so I think that is everything for my Ulta haul. I am still placing orders, so somebody help me, okay? So much new stuff is coming out, so I am definitely scrolling and checking every day, plus so many different deals. So of course, I will link everything that I shared today down below in my description box. They have up to 30% off a ton of different brands, so definitely check them out right now and take advantage of their fall haul event. So all of the information and links will be down below in my description box. I would love to know what you've picked up recently from Ulta. What are you loving and what do you want to pick up? And have you tried any of these products? I always love chatting with you guys in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around and subscribe. As always, thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.